doing this. Appreciate you taking the time. I would imagine this is probably a good time for you, a fun time having to committed to Kentucky. What are things like right now for you?
Everything's going great. I just focus on this year, working out every day, trying to get bigger, working in the weight room, and focusing on school and just ready for the season, try to win state.
And everybody we talked to your coach, and when we were at Peach Jam, we saw you down there playing. Everybody talks about how relentless you are as a point guard, and you really attack. When you look at your game, what are the things you really feel good about it and you think you do well?
I think I really love my ball handling, my IQ. I think it's the best part of my game. I just try to get my teammates involved and score when I need to. And, just this year, for my high school team, I have to take on, a big scoring role. But when I get to Kentucky, I'm going to have a lot of players around me, so I'll be able to feed them and do what I like to do.
Is the scoring part something that you kind of have to force yourself into? Is that not your natural?
No, it's not natural, but as I've been doing it for the last 3 years, so it's becoming a little more natural. I've been shooting a lot more, more comfortable with it, not having to be told when to shoot and not give up open shots. So I'm pretty good with it now.
We talked to your dad today, and he said one of the things he was impressed with Coach Cal was his focus on academics and graduating guys. When you met with the UK staff, I know probably a lot of things that they were told you that you like, but what was your impression? What made you ultimately commit to Kentucky?
Well, Coach Cal, he didn't promise me anything. He just, he was straightforward with everything. He didn't, talk about any other schools that were recruiting me. He just stuck with Kentucky basketball. He told me if I came there, I would do nothing but get better. He's not going to give me anything, like I said. You just have to be built to play in his program.
How tough is the recruiting process, having to go through all that?
It was a long process. It was fun at the beginning, you getting letters, you feeling good, getting new offers. But, it gets, with all the calls coming in, it just gets pretty stressful, Then when you get to those last 4 schools, you build a relationship with all the coaches. You don't know what you want to do, and you're just scared to, tell that school that you're not going to come there. But, I'm happy it's over with.
And your class, 2014 group, got Trey Lyles last week,
right.
Devin Booker a couple of days before that, of course, Carl Towns. We talked to Trey. We went up to his announcement. We had Carl on the show, and they all said they were excited to play with you. And they said you guys had a good time at Big Blue Madness. What's that relationship like with that group?
Yeah, it's a good relationship. Me, Devin, and Trey talk a lot. I haven't talked to Carl a lot. But, yeah, me and Devin, we're really close. We've talked here and now. I was actually just talking to him before I came. And, we can't wait to get there and play with each other. We think we're going to gel together and just, go out and try to compete for a national title.
You think they're doing that because you're the point guard and you're passing the ball?
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of people have talked about your size and how you're not the big guard that Calipari typically has. We saw you at the Peach Jam. You can play. I mean, you're just tough. And people that haven't seen you play, it's hard to kind of convey that. What would you say about the way you play the game and all the people that question maybe you saying not big enough to play point guard?
Well, I just, play as hard as I can, leave everything out on the floor. I grew up watching Allen Iverson, and that's how he played every night. So, I idolize him, Chris Paul. None of them are big at all. Chris Paul, I feel like, is the best point guard in the game. So I just come out every night, try to leave everything out on the floor.
What are the things that you want to improve on this season, or the things you want to work on before you get to Kentucky?
My body, like I said, just making sure I don't have any, flaws. Just make sure my height is the only thing they can knock about me.
And when you get there and you're going to have this group, maybe some of the guys coming back, expectations will be high, and a lot of attention. Calipari's point guards often are the centerpiece of that team, and it takes kind of a special build. How prepared are you for that and all the things that go into being the leader of the team and that sort of thing?
I'm very prepared for that. I've been leading my teams all my life, so I don't feel like it's going to be anything new to me. Just a bigger crowd, bigger atmosphere, and just a bigger stage. So I can't wait.
Have you gotten the kind of feel of the Big Blue Nation? I know with Twitter and all those things, the Kentucky effect, have you felt that yet?
Yeah, Big Blue Nation shows a lot of love for us on Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that.
All right, Tyler, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem.
I think Bradley